Greetings. Today I am going to deal with software engineering. Software engineering is a concept of finding solution to the problem with the help of some set of codes. Code denotes the coding. Okay, it might be of any language. A platform is being created to bring down the complexity that is being carried out manually, and with the help of some software, some specific tools, we are going to accomplish the task in a very effective and efficient way. For that purpose, we go for software. So, in general, software engineering is finding solution to a problem with the help of some set of tools. Here, there are different types of phases in software development life cycle. There are different types of software development life cycle models adapted. So, I am going to teach you all those things. In software development life cycle model, we have several models such as waterfall model, time boxing model, rapid prototyping model, iteration model, etc. The foremost thing that is to be considered as common in all these things are there are some different set of phases. Okay, the first phase is the requirement phase. So what is the main objective of this requirement phase? Whenever you are going to plan and execute in the development of a software, you have to plan what are the fields that are to be considered, what are the fields that are to be available, what are the attributes are to be added. Okay, you should get the feedback from the user, the end user who is going to use the software. What are the basic necessary things that he or she needs in the software, and based on that you have to make a requirement plan, and based on the requirement plan you have to make a design. Okay, the second phase is a designing phase. So in the designing phase, you have to design based on the requirements that is being opted by the customer. Okay, opted by the customer, and from based on that design you have to go for coding. Okay, so during coding you have to prefer in which type of platform the end user is going to use it. If the user is expecting to be developed in an interdependent platform, then it is good to go with some independent softwares or interdependent softwares such as Java platform or other things. And then it comes for the testing phase. Okay, testing is a part which is partially available as a part in software development life cycle, but from the initial stage, that is from the requirement stage, you can also do the testing. Okay, because each and every step has to have some cross verification with the end user's requirement. If it is fine, then the amount of energy used for the development of the software will be worth. If not, if there is any mistake, or if there is any mistake that is being found out at the last, it will take a lot of cost to recorrect the same work. So testing is a part which carries out the verification and validation, and the last one is the maintenance. Okay, in the maintenance you have to check how far the compatibility of the software is fine with the other versions of the platform where it is being used. If it is interdependent software, then it is not a problem. It will be working fine in almost all the platforms. If it is platform dependent software package, then it is an issue. We have to check whether it is fine with whether the compatibility of this particular software that is being developed by us is fine working with the different set of versions of the same software platform. Okay, these are the basic things that you have to consider. So in this software development life cycle, the foremost thing that is to be considered is that you have to do everything in a sequential way. You have to plan, you have to do, you have to check, and then you have to act. The first and foremost thing is planning. The planning should be based on the customer requirements. Okay, then the do part does the execution, the design and the coding part. Then you have to check whether the coding is meeting the needs of the customer. Then you have to act according to the outcome of the product. Okay, the next thing is there are two basic principles that are to be followed whenever you are doing for some software engineering activity. There are two things. One is cohesion and another is coupling. Okay, the coupling is an intermodule concept wherein 2 or 3 different set of modules are being interlinked with some set of activities, and cohesion that deals with intra-module concept, which is between the methods and objects that is used within a single module. Okay, these two things are to be considered. And when it comes for testing, there are n number of testing: white box testing, black box testing, unit testing, system testing, integration testing, user acceptance testing, regression testing. There are n number of testing concepts that are available. So these testings will be applicable based on the needs, or wherever it is to be applied, it has to be applied. Okay, it is always better to have a metric, software metrics. So what do you mean by software metrics? The measurement of the software is denoted as software metrics. In general, the software metrics is being denoted in the form of KLOC, wherein the K stands for thousands and LOC stands for lines of code. 1000 lines of code. You can segregate the software with a number of modules as 1000 lines of codes, and you can perform different set of measurements. So what is this matrix is denoted for? It is used for checking the quality parameters, QoS. Okay, quality parameters. Then in software engineering, the main and foremost thing that is to be considered is the implementation of different set of algorithms that is being carried out to carry out the task in a very effective and efficient way. Okay, so what is an algorithm? Before you will find it very difficult to understand the algorithm if you are not very clear in mathematical concepts. So it is better to go for a pseudocode. Pseudocode is something which is a general communication form, English communication form, which depicts you about the functionality of the algorithm in a easy understandable way. Okay, so using that pseudocode, you will be able to carry out the tasks, you will be able to understand the concepts, and you will be able to easily adapt the particular algorithm for the implementation of your program in your software development. Okay, so what is the next phase that is being considered in software development life cycle? That is after the completion of the software, there is something called maintenance phase. So maintenance, it deals with how far the software is compatible when the user switches from one platform to another platform, and how we can enhance the software product based on the needs of the user from time to time. If the end user is requesting for some changes in the middle after using for a particular period of time, however we will be able to do it, whether it is easy for us to do it, whether the cost effectiveness will be good if we are doing such things. All these things are to be considered whenever we are going for this software development life cycle. Okay, so this is the basic principles of software engineering. The next I will let you know in the next session. Thank you.